Dombipa was once the king of Magadha. After receiving initiation from the tantric master Krishnacharya, he entered the mandala of the deity Havadra. Through diligent meditation, he experienced the deity's true nature, attained realization, and developed miraculous powers. As an enlightened ruler, he treated his subjects with the love of a father for his only child. But the people were unaware of his spiritual training. They simply saw him as a kind and virtuous king. One day, determined to eliminate fear and poverty from his land, the king summoned his prime minister. "Our people suffer from thieves and hunger," he said. "These hardships arise from past karma. To protect them, have a great bronze bell cast and hang it from a large tree. Whenever danger or poverty appears, ring the bell." The minister fulfilled the king's command. From that day, the kingdom knew no crime, famine, disease, or fear. Years later, a troupe of traveling musicians visited the palace. Among them was a young girl, radiant and serene, the daughter of one of the performers. Her beauty and purity captivated everyone. She displayed the rare qualities of a lotus maiden, the most auspicious of consorts in tantric tradition. The king wished to marry her and approached her father. But the musician protested. "You are the great king of Magadha, ruler of thousands. We are outcasts, despised and avoided by society. How can you even consider this union?" The king, undeterred, offered gold equal to the girl's weight. The father consented. The marriage remained a secret for many years. But in the 12th year, the truth spread. The king had taken a wife from a lower caste. The court was outraged. Despite his many benevolent acts, the king's transgression of caste norms was unforgivable. Forced to abdicate, Dombipa handed the throne to his son and ministers. With his consort, he retreated into the forest, where they practiced tantra in seclusion for 12 more years. Without the king, the kingdom spiraled into decline. Virtue was lost, and hardship returned. Desperate, the court sent a delegation to the forest, hoping to persuade the former king to return. From afar, they saw Dombipa meditating beneath a tree. His wife walked across lotus leaves to the center of a pond, drew cool nectar from its depths, and offered it to him. Awestruck, the envoys returned to the city and reported what they had seen. Another group was sent, bearing a heartfelt invitation from the people. This time, the king agreed. He emerged from the forest, riding a pregnant tigress and wielding a snake as a whip. His wife rode beside him. Despite their shock and fear, the people begged him to rule again. Dombipa spoke. "By marrying a woman of low caste, I lost my caste. To rule again would be improper. Only death can erase such division. Burn us both, then we may be freed from this karmic burden." A pyre of fragrant sandalwood was prepared. The couple stepped onto it, and the fire was lit. It burned for 7 days. When the flames died down and the embers cooled, the people approached and saw a miracle. Dombipa and his consort stood unharmed, transformed into Havadra and his wisdom consort, glowing softly atop a blooming lotus. All doubts vanished. From then on, the people honored him as Dombipa, lord of the Dombis, the caste of his consort. Emerging from the fire, he addressed the crowd. "If you can follow my example, I will stay and lead. But if you cannot transform yourselves, I will not return." The people protested. "How can we live like yogis? We're ordinary folk." The king replied, "Worldly power brings little good and much harm. A ruler can do only so much. My land is the land of truth." With those words, Dombipa vanished into the Dakini Pure Land, a paradise of bliss and wisdom. In Indian tradition, the ringing of a bell purifies the mind and wards off evil. Dombipa's great bronze bell carried many meanings. It deterred thieves, warned of disasters, dispelled famine and disease, and symbolized feminine wisdom and the emptiness of all things. His story centers on tantric transformation and breaking the bonds of caste. In ancient India, caste divisions were considered sacred and unchangeable. To cross caste lines was to invite social exile. But Dombipa, as a tantric adept, transcended such boundaries. By taking an untouchable woman as his consort, he dismantled deep-rooted prejudices and cultivated the wisdom of equality. Tantric consorts from lower castes were common, not because of rebellion, but due to necessity. High caste women rarely became yogis. The Dombis were wandering musicians. Dombipa's consort symbolized both purity and fulfillment. As a lotus maiden, she embodied both worldly action and ultimate wisdom. Though their exact practice in the forest is unknown, it likely involved tummo, the yoga of inner heat and bliss-emptiness meditation. In such practice, vital energy is preserved and refined, leading to the union of wisdom and bliss beyond duality. The fire ordeal, seen in many tantric tales, represents the burning away of desire and ego. Dombipa's survival revealed his mastery of the elements. His body transformed into the rainbow body, untouched by the flames of delusion. Like Virupa before him, Dombipa was an enlightened king. He used worldly power to serve beings, even if it meant incurring karmic weight. But when the people failed to follow his example, he chose renunciation. From this, we see, true liberation lies beyond worldly success. Though Dombipa engaged with pleasure and power, he was never attached. He walked the razor's edge of bliss and emptiness, and attained the highest realization.